been to a roll for MAGFest before. We only got, a few repeats. Welcome back to the madness. We are going to be playing a live role-playing game tonight, giving Bobby, aka Pizza Chew, a chance to collect your suggestions, which will be integrated into the campaign.
Pizza Chew.
Pizza Chew, he's called that because he over-ordered pizza and has 3 full pizzas if anybody wants to buy them off for $10.
$10 for a Domino's pizza.
Just hit up Pizza Chew.
If you want a pizza, just holler.
They're over in the corner. I think you got some buyers in the back with a camera. Let's go down the panel and introduce ourselves. Good evening, my name is Adam. I'll be your game master for this evening.
I'm Weiss. I will be one of the players for your evening.
Hey everybody, I'm Justin, returning for another role for MAGFest. I will also be joining as a player.
My name's Darren. This is my first role for MAGFest. And I will be playing. I will be playing. Well, I will be playing the game.
Hi everybody, my name is Kevin, and I will be played instead of player or played.
Great.
We're gonna have a lot of fun with tenses tonight.
Yeah. This is going to be a little nerdy on nerdy. Nerdy because I'm assuming most of you are familiar with the concept of a role-playing game. Characters have sheets that have different characteristics, skills, and some are better and some are worse. Tonight we're playing a custom campaign wherein our characters will be transported back to the deck of the Titanic on the night it sank.
We got this. We got this.
Stakes are really high. Here's how it works. We'll start all playing ourselves, and we'll meet together in my fantasy basement, where we will teleport our minds back to the Titanic. All the characters will roll a d20. Depending on the number they get, they will fly and be handed a character sheet that they are unaware of into the mind and body of someone on the deck of the Titanic. Should at any point they die, be it a result of their actions or any individual roll of a 1 will result in instant death. They will be removed from the Titanic, whipped back to current time, basement future, will then roll again and re-enter the Titanic. Their goals are many and varied, and it's gonna be a train wreck. Everybody say hello to Jay on monitor. Yeah. Hello. We don't know where this is going to go, but Jay will be providing accurate visual accompaniment for the duration.
As accurate as that speech.
Yeah, it's like PowerPoint, except bad. It's gonna be great. Your suggestions that you handed are going to be integrated into the campaign as we go. The characters that are based off real-life fictional... Pizza Chew just held up the 10 minutes left panel sign. Very distracting. The characters that are based off real-life history will be named accordingly, but everyone else will be named off the names that you have provided, along with the other things here, and wow, they're spicy. This is what happens. Some of y'all need to get some, is all I can say. Wow. All right, cool. So we begin. It opens in my basement, a dank, smelly, horrible place that you have had trouble accessing. The 4 of you see what appear to be, that's it. The 4 of you see what appear to be like, you know, you go in a salon and there's the big thing that goes, I don't know much about hair.
Hair dryer?
Hair dryer that goes over like for a long time.
Yeah.
You see like those crudely against the wall. And I say, hey guys, so I managed to tap into history like I promised. Why don't you guys just kind of take a second to introduce yourselves? I'm really curious why you would want to go to the Titanic. This is dangerous.
Oh, well, yeah, that's us. Oh, you know me, I'm Weiss, I'm in your basement. I want to go to the Titanic because I want the decadent and rare best in life. And I feel like a lot of things sank in the Titanic, and I just want the best food that ever was that just fell to the bottom of the ocean, was completely wasted. I really want a nice lobster.
Ooh, let's hope you fall into somebody who has access to that. Otherwise, it's going to be complicated.
I'll be angry.
Yeah.
Hey, Adam. I came down here seeking fame and fortune, but it looks like your basement is kind of more like a scenario from Danganronpa. So I'm a little worried right now, but I am looking to see if I can maybe stow away something of rare worth and value that my current future self can recover at his leisure.
That sounds very profitable. How about you, sir?
Yes, thank you for bringing me to your murdered den. My name is Darren, and on the Titanic, I want to go to a proper Irish kegger in steerage. And the reason why is because, it seems so attainable to go sit at those fancy tables, and you're at sea and you're eating lobster. It just sounds very forced. So
I disagree.
I want to be down with the real people and see how they properly throw a party on a boat that is on a voyage that we don't know what will happen.
The real people. Okay.
Hey, Adam, just thanks so much for inviting me on this trip with you. As you know, I'm making a documentary about historical disasters, and as you also know, I misfortunately dropped out of middle school, so I have no idea of history whatsoever. And this opportunity to go back in time is just so great because I'll believe absolutely anything you tell me. I'm so excited to kind of come up with this really authentic experience, and I'm going to incorporate it into my finished film once I hopefully come back from this trip. So
Wow.
Thanks so much, Adam.
I'm excited about that genuine enthusiasm. You will be gone on the Titanic, whether you are there for 2 minutes, 5 hours, 4 years, or a lifetime. It will feel like seconds in 2019. You will come back and time will not have passed, and we will all hopefully meet here again. Why don't we all, or why don't you four, all strap on your helmets?
I'd rather click on the giant button.
Why don't you go to the bunker in VR, and why don't you strap in and roll a d20 for me and see where you're going.
No.
12 for Kevin.
12.
What?
6 for Darren.
Okay.
It's an 18 for Justin.
Weiss, you attempt to go in, and Kevin's vibes, you get a split second to perceive what Kevin's most private thoughts. Could you roll, just for me, a investigation check?
Sure. Which die would you?
Use that giant
Just the
one.
20? Okay. 13.
13. Kevin, what's something mildly scandalous about your actual life past?
I was the tallest kid in my class in 3rd grade, but that was the only time I've ever been the tallest kid in the class.
Cool, emphasis on the mild. Let's... Reese, why don't you re-roll for me? Another roll there, Reese.
We're going to do another roll. 10.
10, great. All of you feel your bodies being transported back in time. The date is April 14, 1912. It's about 10 p.m. Let's go to Weiss, who finds himself warped into the body of a postal worker on the Titanic. Yes, the Titanic had a post office, and your name is Fickle Pipeshaft. Please.
Was that from the movie or not?
Yeah. From the deleted scenes, the post office worker.
That was from a version of that movie. I'm not going to say which.
Who is named Thick Old Pipe Shaft. Thank you, audience member, for that delicious name. Let's fast forward to Darren. Darren, you feel your body warp onto the deck. You feel the fresh breeze around you, for you are in the body of a cellist. A very fancy person named Sir Ernesto Chipotle. Yep. Actually, hand me that little piece of paper back. I don't want to confuse you too much. All right, and then, because you might use this, don't know, overdo it. We go forward to Kevin. Kevin feels himself warp into the bowels of the ship. With a 12, he finds himself in a burly, thick tank of a body as he becomes the foreman in the trimmer coal shoveling room. Your name is Dick Gladly. Probably want to write that down.
This is a party boat.
Yeah. You guys are all over the boat right now. And then Justin, you warp into a cabin with an 18. You come into the body of an anti-ocean pirate who hates inter-Atlantic sea travel, and your name is simply Jagger. Your goal is to take down the boat with an explosive device over the course of the journey.
Bad Jagger.
You are all open, all over the ship. Let's start our adventure down in the bottom bowels, where the coal foreman, Dick Gladly, is that your name? Dick Gladly is yelling at the other coal shovelers. Right outside the door is the post office, where thick old pipe shaft is sorting the mail. You catch wind of the angry foreman instructing and maybe have had a little too much of it.
All right, lads. Today's a day just like any other day. You can take that to the bank and deposit it. I want double shoveling and I want minimal complaining. The person who shovels the most coal into the bowels of this ship is gonna get the most porridge in their belly for dinner.
You see someone run up and grab you. It's one of the coal shovelers, and he says, help me, help me. This man is being so mean to me. My name is Bambi.
Why, hello, Bambi. I'm thick old pipe shaft.
Hello, thick old pipe shaft. I'm trying to get out of my coal shoveling.
I would love to help you. Just don't touch my mail.
Oh, I wouldn't dream of touching your mail.
You better not.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm scared of you as well. Dick, Mr. Gladly, sir.
Yes?
I don't want to shovel coal anymore.
Well, I'll give you one option out of it. If you dance me off for it, that is, we have a dance-off. That came out a little bit weird. If I'm trying to win a dance-off, I will let you get off of your duty. I'm feeling a little bit festive this evening.
Can you just clarify the terms of our activity?
Yes. Dancing someone off is not what you think it is. It's more dancing in front of them in the battle format, and then perhaps I will do a dance in a kind of contra-wise way, and we'll see who has supremacy in this instance.
Dick Gladly, where'd you get that name?
Well, my father's name was Richard Gladly I, and my parents thought that Dick was a nice casual summation of what the family stood for. Also, one time an old lady was trying to walk into a building, and the only thing available was a dick. So my father stuck it in the door and said, Gladly. And boy, was that person able to get into the building.
Thank you, I really appreciate that detailed rundown.
Where did you
You're
get?
welcome. We have an extensive family history written down.
So are we dancing off for this? Is that...
Yes, if you dance off with me, you no longer have to shovel coal. I'll do it myself.
Are you saying you're a real good dancer?
I'm not saying anything like that. In fact, I'm very bad at dancing.
Oh, that's convenient.
Yes.
Can the postal worker dance with me?
Yes, I would love to help you.
Okay.
Well, looks like
of course.
Sounds a good old-fashioned dancing each other off.
The Irish music blares through the coal area of the Titanic from the vents above where the third-class passengers are. All of you start to dance. Give me a dancing check, please. Don't forget to use your dancing modifier. Baby got an 18.
Well, I believe I danced myself off of the Titanic.
Devin, what did you get?
Modified to a 13.
Modified 13. With those moves, you see that Bambi is just killing it in the coal room, just flailing around everywhere. You're even impressed. Dick Gladly likes it so much. Unfortunately, thick old pipe shaft has danced his way right into the coal burner.
Oh, no. Oh, this is unfortunate.
Well, that'll help the ship for a couple hours at least.
Do you say anything as you trip over to a rolled one death?
Rain or fire or ow or ow or ow or ow or ow or ow or ow, and then
he's out.
Nothing.
And you find yourself back in 2019. Hold on, Weiss, a second. Let me patch through and see what's going on
Sure.
on the upper deck. We cut back to the deck of the Titanic, where Sir Ernesto Chipotle is just finishing up a beautiful song. As he does so, he sees a shady character leaning on the banister near the edge of the deck, curious as to why someone so shady would be standing by such a fancy music display.
He's not the person I expect to see leaning up against a rail. Mostly, I expect that to be workers on the deck. They all have, how do you say, different accents. Holes on this ship. He does not look like he belongs here. He is not to be entertained by us and our music. He is not looking for food in the cracks of the wood of the ship. This man confuses me.
You say
He does not
that.
have the right eyes.
You say that the violinist next to you, whose name is, God help the audience, Edith Ann Marie Bishop. The violinist Edith looks at you and says, "You do seem to hate the shady characters. You know, maybe you'd feel better if you actually made friends with one for a chance, Chipotle."
In my life, I have difficulty making friends. I don't trust many people. I trust my cello instructor. That's about it.
Listen, my mom always told me, the best pigs you suckle yourself. That's what that says.
That's what your mom wrote down on that paper.
Pigs have many uses, and I think it's important to use every part of the pig.
Well, let's use a part of this pig. Excuse me. You looking into the distance, please. Who are you?
I'm Jagger. I'm confused, and I don't really want. Thank you.
No problem.
I'm confused, and I don't really want to be here.
Oh, that's unfortunate. You've been you're kind of trapped on this boat until we reach our destination.
Yeah, well, that's the quandary, you see. Being a seafaring pirate, what hates the sea but loves to strut. I'm afraid I'm left here to my own devices. But would you kindly tell me about their instrument that you're holding, and you as well? It's a very fine musical instrument. Could you tell me more about it?
Well, it's getting a little personal, but...
It's personal to ask you about the instrument you play for a living?
Yes, that's an instrument. It's a man's personal business. It's my first love. It's, well, okay, if you're trying it up, I see your persuasion score. It's quite high. I've always loved the cello. It has the curves that I've always wanted, but could never attain.
Darren, can you roll a raw sexuality check for me?
Don't look. It's an 8 with a +1 modifier.
Yeah, it's mildly erotic, this conversation.
Well, you see the strings stretched across the cello like so many straps waiting to be plucked.
Yes,
So much body.
a fine piece of work, that.
Yes,
Shapely.
the finish is a good varnish, and it just smells of raw oak, which is what it's an aphrodisiac to me. It has been my whole life. And when I'm playing, I'm not just creating music. I am forming a relationship with the instrument, and that relationship flows into the audience.
Edith turns to you and goes, "We've caught him having sex with his cello 4 times." We got him on the boat. He's the best at what he does, but it's kind of gross. But he's my brother, so.
Would you say that this is? Could I smell it? Could I smell the cello?
What, Jagger?
No, it's just the description. If it was so enticing, I have to get a smell of it. I have to really take my mind off of being out here on this blasted ocean.
I have to say it had the opposite effect that I had hoped. Well, I could let you smell the neck of the cello, that is to say, because I think that, well, it's only customary. You don't want to go too far down the instrument early on and give the wrong impression.
Okay, Darren, roll a flirtation check. Justin, give me a self-control check.
Woo!
That is a 15.
I have a 20 with a -4 modifier.
Oh, a
Natural
nat
20,
You're
though.
nat 20.
Yeah, you know.
So you not only, like, the sex appeal is super good in here.
It sure is.
But Justin's able to control himself. And you hear a song you've never heard before emitting. And in that moment, you are someone new, Jagger. You are transformed into someone better than yourself. I want to cut to 2019 where Weiss is standing next to me in my basement. Hey, how's it going?
Not great. I danced myself into a coal oven.
Oh, that kind of sucks a little bit.
Yeah.
You want to go back in?
I guess. Yeah, I didn't get that lobster yet. So, yeah, I guess I'll take your magical future hair salon.
Okay, all right. Just know that if you hit a number that's already been hit, you're going to take real life damage and you might die for real. So.
Yeah, fuck it. Let's do it.
All right, go.
I don't know what you mean by a number that's been rolled, but
What's already in that body?
Oh, okay. 3. So.
You roll a 3. With a 3, you whip into the body of real-life historical figure, Ship Lookout Frederick Fleet, the person responsible for identifying any oncoming threats in the ocean, especially ice. Here. We cut.
Wait, his real name was Frederick Fleet?
Yes.
All right.
We cut to the front of the boat where you enter the body of Frederick Fleet, looking into the distance in the blacky night waters. It is about 11 p.m. Can you roll a perception check for me?
And I'm only using his, not mine.
Only
right?
his.
Okay. 5.
That's a 5.
2 plus 3.
2 plus 3. Yeah, you just see water. Good job, Parker. Captain Edward Smith calls up to you. Fleet, you see anything up ahead?
No, I just see water. It looks nice. It looks really nice. This is Ship Lookout Frederick Fleet.
Very good.
How are you?
I'm good. Going fine.
My glasses fell off into the water.
Well, you know you're on duty tonight, so please, would it be okay? We had a contest on the boat to see if someone from the bottom levels wanted to come up and see the top levels.
Oh, that sounds lively. Let them have a contest.
Okay. And he gestures, and Dick Gladley comes around the corner, and he goes, this is our chief trimmer down from the coal area. This looks a little intimidating, but he's a softie.
It doesn't look intimidating to me.
I'll have you know I just survived a dancing each other off contest. And let me tell you, I'm at the top of the world right now. So this is what it's like to be in the open air, not being surrounded by coal, not being harassed by postal workers. What a great day it is to be alive. Surely nothing can go wrong.
No, it's clear skies for miles.
Is everything okay, or is the contest winner waxing poetic with foreshadowing again?
Well, you see, I was born in a crypt home, and I was always told that one day I'd get to see nature and engage with it in a way that I most wanted to. So I vowed that one day, being on top of the ship, I would take as much in and enjoy it as much as I could.
Kevin, roll a motivation check for me.
5.
5. You don't believe what you're saying.
Hey, Fleet, I got something to confess to you.
Okay, I'm a vault.
Ever since that dance-off, I've just felt like I've been full of crap. I'm just second-guessing myself, you know? Maybe it's because I saw a man die. I don't know. Am I getting stuck in my old age?
Oh, you need an outlet. What do you do for fun?
Well, usually I shovel coal, but that's work, so...
Yeah, you need something outside of your professional life.
I'm thinking of getting into percussive performance, maybe playing drums,
Oh.
kind of, to keep the rhythm in my heart, and to, there's something that even I, a poor man, could do, I think.
Oh, it's beautiful, Dick. Why don't you play with the band?
Well, they wouldn't have me. There's a really mean cellist. He's such a snob. I've seen him putting a suggestive hand on the back of that cello, and it rubs me the wrong way. I don't know. Maybe if I meet him, I can convince him, right?
Yes.
You're talking about Chipotle, yeah?
Oh, Chipotle, that's his name.
I'm the captain of the ship. I can...
Sorry, sir.
No apologies. I'm just saying I can probably make band arrangements if that's what you're worried about.
Well, yes, in this Make-A-Wish scenario, I would love that. It would actually be really great for me because, I don't know, this is great.
Well, cool. I would love to. And you know, as I always say,
What's that, Captain?
bring me more fish. That's what I call you Make-A-Wish children.
Yes, now that you say that, I have heard you yelling that out. The sound carries in the ducks at night when everyone else is asleep. Bring me more fish, you'll say. It
Delicious.
haunts my dreams.
Get a man a fish, feed him for a day. Teach a fish to play drums. You did a good job.
You're a wise man, Captain, a wise man.
Fleet, do you want to come with, or do you want to do your job?
Oh, I just want to do my job. I'm stuck.
Roll a perception check. It's
Oh,
11:30
boy.
p.m. on the Titanic.
11 plus 3, so 14.
You don't see anything of note yet, but you do sense that danger might be coming soon.
Ugh, something on the back of my neck.
The captain takes Dick Gladly down to the band area where he meets Sir Ernesto Chipotle on cello and Edith Ann on the violin. Jagger is standing by. Band, we've got a new member of the ensemble. This is Dick from Coal Shoveling. He's your drummer tonight. It's a Make-A-Wish program. I know this is wacky. But, you know, just if you could put up with him for a bit, I'd appreciate it.
This man here?
Ernesto, we've talked about this a lot. You're real punk to everyone on this boat.
I hear your name is Dick.
That's right.
Well, it's an excuse for us to get a little closer. Now,
Ernesto,
yes,
if I may be so bold.
yes, please.
What's the deal with the cello?
Oh, you've never been or seen.
No.
Sliding doors. Well, see, a lot of people think there's a level of intimacy that you have to get to, and it's true. You know, you have to love it, you have to live it, you have to really just let yourself go.
Ernesto, roll a flirtation check.
Didn't I already do this?
You did. You're going to keep doing it. Dick, what is it?
It's a 3
Oh, yeah.
with a -4.
Okay. All right, Dick, you are so reverse sexually not aroused that you cannot be sexually aroused for the rest of the evening. You now have a -5 added to whatever your current status for raw sexuality. And why don't you go ahead and roll me a investigation check.
Investigation 16.
16, you get immediately Ernesto's deal, that he doesn't like other people and he's kind of horny for cello.
Ernesto, forget I even asked. I'd love to have a chance to try out percussion. Looking forward to entertaining with you tonight.
Listen, I don't think it's going to work out. I work. You've seen the man. I work alone. I can't have you coming in between the fingerings with your heavy beats.
Okay, why don't both of you roll a persuasion check to get some resolution here?
19.
Darren, give me a persuasion check.
It's a 6 with a -4.
Despite your best pleas, the drummer is allowed to join the band. It's 11:40 up in the lookout tower. Give me a perception check.
Okay. Oh, 18 plus 3, so real good.
You see a motherfucking iceberg. It is coming in hot. It is coming in super hot.
Oh, what do I do? What do I do? Where's the captain? Where's the captain? Oh, he's drumming with the band. Okay, I walked out.
Oh, hey, Fleet, you like music?
Oh my God, Captain, you can't drum with the band anymore. There's ice. There's lots of ice coming in a big form in a berg.
I wasn't drumming with the band. Dick was drumming with the band.
Oh, then you can come help us chip away all the ice.
I'm sorry. Is there a problem in the kitchen?
Oh, don't put that tone on me. We've got ice out in the water.
Why don't you roll an intimidation check? 12.
Oh, 12.
Yeah, he's mildly intimidating. He goes, oh, of course there's ice in the water. Do you want to chip away at it, is my understanding?
Well, the boat's too big to steer it away from the ice, unless we just want to give into death.
We gotta go steer who's steering the boat right now? I'm out here, you're out.
I'm a ship lookout. I don't know. These hats have never stolen anything.
How is everybody at driving? Is anybody within earshot good at driving?
Oh! I'm a -6. That's a hard no.
All right.
Nope, nope.
Well, let's all go together. Anyone want to come with? And the captain takes off.
I'm still coming. I will come with you. I'll figure it out.
The captain takes off for the steering room, and for some reason just allows all of you to follow if you want. Busting into the room, he grabs a helm and attempts to drive. No, and he does so poorly. He goes, and the boat continues to go for the iceberg. Does anybody want to try?
We could still give in to death.
We could give in to the fact that man was never meant to cross the Atlantic Ocean. This is all folly.
Wait.
I will take the helm.
Who are you? Why don't you make a strength check? You go for the helm?
That is a 4.
Okay. You feebly walk over to the helm and kind of push people away, and you're
Man was never meant, if God wanted man to swim, he would have given him flippers.
Man was never meant what?
You know what I'm saying. I go for the wheel and try to steer it right for the iceberg.
Give me a driving check.
All right, that is a 5 -4.
Okay. So you actually end up turning the boat 90 degrees. It was bad driving. We're still
hubris.
headed for the iceberg, but sideways.
This is my technique.
Everybody roll for disaster. It's a stat on your head. You want a low disaster roll. High is bad.
Oh, okay. 6 - 1, so 5.
5? 16.
15.
11.
Okay, the two of you, if you're above 10, roll for me a, you're trying to stay up on your feet, where's my stability?
Dexterity, maybe?
Dexterity, give me a dex check.
17 for me.
17 with a +3 modifier.
You guys are fine. Jagger?
That's a 5 for Jagger.
That's a 5.
Jagger, you fall to the ground, you hit your head, and you take 1 point of damage. The boat slams into an iceberg sideways. Ignore every depiction of the Titanic you've ever seen with it splitting that way. This Titanic splits the other way, like a hot dog bun. Water starts pouring in at the lower levels, none of which we are on. The captain looks and goes, we need to abandon ship. We need to save. And slaps you, Jagger. He goes to slap you, and does so very weakly. He goes, and he goes, why would you do such a thing? This is the Titanic. This is the vessel. This was our destiny.
Listen, man's destiny is to man's destiny is to tread upon the land. I don't know why I'm getting Scottish all of a sudden. I think my voice is going.
Okay, well, I'll have you know that if we had hit that iceberg straight on, we would have at least broken in a way that would have halved our time sinking. And now we're all gonna die twice as quick. I will not stand here for this. And he proceeds to go back down the deck to where the first-class passengers are. Meanwhile, you see a scrappy, young third-class person come running up to you. And he goes, hey guys, it's me, Adam. It's Adam from the basement. Hey, how's it going? I just got in here. How are things?
Not good.
I'm very impressed. Do you guys all know that you are all the friends from the basement? Have you guys made that connection yet? I don't think you were fully. Okay, why don't you all roll a perception check to see if you can tell who each other are?
Our characters or our real selves?
Your characters.
Okay.
Modified to a 2 for me.
Okay.
Modified to 17 for me.
Great.
5 to 11.
That's 21.
So everyone but Kevin immediately knows who we all are, alter ego. Kevin is confused. Kevin does not know who is who. I say, the boat's sinking now. If you guys have agendas that you want to get to, now might be the time before it goes down. We already had thick old
A thick old pipe shaft.
pipe shaft has already died. Your time is running out. Is there anything any of you need to do before this boat goes down?
And eat?
I gotta get down to a rager in the basement.
A rager? Is that like where people are dying is the rager?
That's what my 2019 self calls it. But they're drinking down there. And now they're dying and drinking.
Yeah, conditions have changed now that the boat is actively sinking. All right, okay, you need to eat, you need that. Is there anything, oh, who is this one, this character?
Name's Dick Gladly. Long story short, dancing off with somebody, survived that. Make-A-Wish scenario, percussion player, happy to be here. Not quite sure about this whole sinking thing. Think I was a bit more prescient than I wanted to be. Don't know who you guys are. Thanks for talking to me.
Well, Dick, do you have any friends? If you had friends, now would be the time to find them.
Well, there was Bambi. She was a great dancer, and I wouldn't necessarily say we were friends, but she is a survivor, and she's someone I'd like to save. You know, someone who can dance better than me. That could come in handy later, right?
Bambi comes around the corner and attempts to shove you off. That's what Bambi looks like. Bambi comes around the corner and attempts to shove you off the boat.
Just before she does, I want to try to say a witty comment to stop her from doing that.
Yeah, roll for witty comment.
Okay, so my comment is something along the lines of like, not so doe-eyed now, are you?
Okay, roll to see how funny it is.
So I have -10, so it's a 3.
It's a 3. So she says, you say, not so do I now, are you? And everyone's like, huh? And then she punches you in the throat near the edge of the boat. She goes, oh no! She goes to punch you in the throat, overswings, and goes over the edge of the boat, dying. Baby's dead. The scrappy third-class person looks at you and goes, all right, I'm going to go fulfill some of my fantasies. If you want to come with me and eat or experience a rager, let's go.
Okay. I'll do one of those.
You, Justin, I know that's you behind those eyes. What would you like to do before we leave?
I've taken a keen interest on quality musical instruments and possibly large safes that might survive, say, being on the ocean floor for about 100 years.
Oh, yes. Hold on. We're gonna need... he grabs the three of you and starts running down the hall to a deck. You burst open the room of actual architect of the Titanic. Yeah, he's real, and his name is... Anybody know the name of the architect? On
The last name?
That's correct. Architect Thomas Andrews. That's 2 bonus points for you. +2 to our Titanic lord. But his real name is Benedict Cumberbatch. Who wrote that? No, it's Thomas Andrews. You bust in the room of Thomas Andrews and me in the body of a third-class person whose actual name is Villica Vitsen? Vivionica Vitsen. I'm Vivionica. Says, architect, sir, this man was looking for something. And Thomas Andrews turns to you and goes, the beauty is dying tonight. Nothing matters anymore. What can I do for you?
You know, we all live such a fleeting existence, and you really can't take it with you. I mean, what I'm trying to say is, if you have anything valuable, you know, maybe just consider leaving it for posterity. Somewhere where I don't know, maybe 100 years or so from now, someone enterprising and adventurous who maybe didn't think about getting access to a submarine might be able to find it.
That's a very long spiel. And he gestures to a safe and says, the original blueprints of this boat are in there. They're mine, and you can have them if you beat me in a fight to the death.
Wait, are there only one copy of those blueprints? So that they are a very rare item?
Yes.
That there's only one of those? As a Mr. Magoo ship lookout Frederick fleet, I would also like to be part of this fist fight.
Well, listen, by my math, we've got about 15 more people to burn through, so get at me.
Are you with us, Kevin?
Just happy to be here, everybody.
Roll a perception check to see if you picked up on the fact Justin was talking metagame.
No, it's a modified 5.
You still don't know who any of us are. You think you were just witnessed, you have transported into the Make-A-Wish body of a coal trimmer and are just having a weird-ass night by yourself. Architect Thomas Andrews, historical figure, rips off his shirt and smashes a wine bottle and goes, "Come at me now." Do you choose? You're in a lavish cabin. There's a sword on the wall. There's various statues around the room. Do you care to arm yourself with anything?
I'm getting Castlevania vibes here, so is there a bladed whip, perhaps?
Roll a luck check.
As Jagger?
Yeah.
13.
13. You see a crappy whip. You see like a crappy leather whip on the wall.
I have really good faith in just the power of my overall kit in this scenario.
Okay.
And yeah, I'm ready to roll.
Okay. Do you choose to do anything, Fleet?
Yeah, I roll up my sleeves carefully.
Okay. Can you roll an etiquette check for me?
Of course. Natural 20.
That's the nicest sleeve rolling anyone's ever seen. What are you doing, Chipotle?
You know, an iceberg is a lot like a woman.
Are you just gonna end this?
No, go ahead.
But I had time to think of. Thank you. You know, during the crisis, I had time to reflect, and you know, I really think we should all go down together. I think we should all just. That's not it. Dancing each other off. Let me start going. If I don't dance anyone off, I don't know. But if I cannot properly connect with other cultures on this boat in the time we have left, you know, I would like to get to know each of you over a nice meal if you're choosing. But I still want to be involved in the fist fight. So think about it.
So you want to fight with us to the death, but also be like nice with us?
Yes, let's be sporting about it.
All right then.
Sort of a, how do you say, Queensberry rules?
Could you explain the Queensberry rules?
It's not really in my culture.
All right, then let's just beat the shit out of each
Let's
other.
do it.
He extends his wine bottle. The four of you are standing in a square formation. And all of you begin to advance on each other. Who wants to take a first action?
I do.
What do?
I go straight for your throat.
With what?
My outstretched finger, this is my cello hand. Wait, I have a bow!
Yeah, you have a bow. You're a cellist.
That's right. Wait, do I need a perception check?
To know you have a bow? Sure. Roll to see if you know you have a bow. Roll to see if you got a bow.
You might use your lover as a weapon. I got a 4 with the, where are we? +3.
Oh yeah, you remember you have a bow, but it's stuck in your pants.
I have a bow!
So you're gonna have to spend a turn getting it out if you want to use it.
This puts me in a predicament. I need it. I need to use it.
Okay, you're struggling to pull a bow out of your pants. Somebody else want to act?
Yes, I will use my keen perception to try and tell what he's doing in the future. He being the cellist.
Okay, why don't you roll a perception check into the future? Roll it with disadvantage because it's into the future. All right.
Natural 20 now.
Give me another.
It's a 14.
One more time and take the lower.
Okay.
9. 9. With a 9, you know that he is going to pull the bow out of his pants.
Guys, he's pulling a bow out of his pants.
Jagger, do you do anything?
Yeah, I'm going to try to whip the bottle out of the architect's hands.
Okay, why don't you make, what would you like? We do a strength on that?
Yeah.
And he's gonna,
Great.
he's gonna combat you with a dodge. Here we go.
That's a 13.
And he got a 9 dodge, so you do whip the bottle out of his hands. The bottle breaks on the floor. Oh, boy. The architect sees this happen and then goes for the safe and starts pushing the safe towards the outer deck of the ship. And roll strength check. And he's doing so slowly. He is, yes, very slowly starting to push the safe out the door with the intention of throwing it into the ocean.
Can I whip the safe out of his hands?
Go ahead, give me a strength check.
I'm confident in my ability to do this thing.
He's just pushing it, so.
That's a 12.
Yeah, with a 12 you whip it, and he's like, ow, stop. And he's standing back, and he goes to just punch you in the face. And he gets a modified, he gets a 7. Why don't you roll a dodge for me?
That is an 8.
With an 8, you manage to just barely dodge it. It's a weak punch. This is really sad looking, and he's like, and you're like,
Simon OP, please nerf.
And did the other two of you do anything?
So what Dick wants to do is go for Ernesto's bow and then use the bow on the architect. So he's going to attempt to wrest the bow out of Ernesto's holding place and then turn and use the bow on the architect because of being denied earlier access to music.
So, okay, so you have a backstory here, and you're entering the fight.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead and give me a, let's say a strength check. Pull that bow out of his pants.
Okay, so a 1.
A 1. You go to pull the bow out of his pants, and the wave crashes up against the side of the boat, and you go headfirst into the bow. It goes through your left eye socket. You are impaled on the back of Ernesto Chipotle's bow.
Can I have a last word as it's happening?
Yes, go ahead.
Thanks for the memories, guys.
Roll for perception to see if you even knew it was us.
-2.
You didn't know. You did not know we were your friends, and you died. You went back to 2019. Hey, Kevin, how's it going?
Good. I felt kind of alone at sea, as they say. I had a really weird experience as this coal guy. Just got into dancing, Make-A-Wish situation, met a couple weird people, got into a fight with an architect. Wild game, man.
Yeah, wild day. Well, you want to go back in?
Yes, please.
I was in the body of a scrappy third-class person, then jumped off the side just so I could come back and take care of this.
Oh my God, you really got.
I know. Wild party. Roll a d20.
17?
17. With a 17, you whip into the body of a 5-year-old stowaway child named Sweaty Greg. You are standing on the side of the boat. You see a fight happening off to the side. You stow it away, and we cut back to the fight. Is anybody doing anything?
I'm gonna try and pop the architect in the face. Just
Okay.
punch him.
With just a fist?
With a rolled up fist.
Okay, rolled up fist, and he's rolling a dodge. What do you got? 18.
16.
He dodges your fist and counters with a kick of his own. Tries to kick you towards the edge of the boat. You can roll a dodge check. He kicks with an 18.
16.
Kicks you, and you go flying out the door and fall on the ground right next to a 5-year-old boy.
Oh, hello.
5-year-old boy looks you in the eye and says,
Oh, gee, mister, that looks painful.
You don't know the half of it. I just heard from not seeing the ice.
You mean there's ice coming our way beyond? Oh, wait, you already got hit by ice. Sorry, I've been kind of out of sorts lately.
back in the room, Ernesto, you have a corpse on the bow sticking out of your pants. What do you do?
I was going to ask if the corpse was still there.
Oh, yeah, it's still there. How do you choose to deal with it?
Well, a corpse is a lot like, it's still a person.
What? Where are you going with this? What?
No. Wait. Do I have to do any checks before I continue?
No, because I want to hear where you're going with it. Here.
Well, I thought of using it as a weapon.
Oh, the body?
While it was still in my pants. Can I do that? Can I run at you with the corpse on the bow in my pants?
For the record, it's the actual architect of the Titanic, not me. Well, I'm playing. Yes, you can run with a corpse hanging out of your pants at the architect, yes. So you go running. Give me a Give me a acrobatics and dexterity check. Give me one of each.
Man.
We'll see how this goes.
Okay, 10 with a 2 modifier for acrobatics.
Uh-huh.
What was the other one?
Dexterity.
That is a 3 with a 3 modifier. So
Okay.
6 total.
So it's not pretty, but it somehow physically works. And you get over and he attempts to dodge and fails, and the architect takes 4 points of damage. Yes, the architect is not looking super great and looks up at you and goes, all right, gentlemen, this has not been a very gentlemanly fight, if I do say so. Let's just do it the old-fashioned way. And he pulls out a revolver and he loads 5 bullets into the chambers.
Can I just pick up the kid and run to the dining room right
Yeah.
now? Okay, absolutely.
Why don't you roll a strength check to see if you pick up the child?
All right. No, probably not. 3 minus 2.
Yep, you pick up and drop the child for 5 points. 5 points of damage. And
I'm dead.
you have 5
Wait, can I get last word in
Yeah. Play this out. Play this out.
Yeah. Right.
No, you guys need to play this out. So you go to pick up the child, and it does not make it.
Heaven, kid, heaven.
Can you roll a perception check, Kevin, to see if you knew?
20.
Yeah, you know as you look into the eyes of your killer, you know it is Weiss. Who is you, Kevin, know it is Weiss dropping you.
Internally, I scream of unfair rage.
And you land back in 2019.
Oh man, Sweaty Greg, what a ride, man.
Yeah, roll again. Get back in there, you dirty bum.
10.
10. Oh no, a 10 has already been called for. That's thick old stovepipe. You're gonna
Thick old pipe shaft,
thick
thank you
old,
for.
thick old pipe shaft, who is absolutely dead. Please, you take real life. Kevin takes. This is where we get gnarly. Real life Kevin takes 1 point of damage. Please roll a d20 again.
Okay. 4.
4. That is you. Oh yes, you warp into the body of architect Thomas Andrews. You find yourself in a room next to you have just been hit by a corpse that is on a boat, sticking out of a man's pants. Kevin, roll a perception check to see if you know.
It's a 10.
With a 10, you think these are your friends, but you don't know who is who. Does anybody want to take an action?
I bring my whip to bear. Do I recognize that a new consciousness has entered this person?
Give a perception check.
That's a 5.
No, with a 5, you do not notice that anything has changed. You think it's the same architect. Do you care to check, Darren?
Can I try and blind him with a rosin bag?
Yes, if you please explain the musician's rosin bag.
It's a bag full of powdery substance that you can use on your fingers to relieve the sweatiness, so that your fingers can move. It's not drugs.
To be clear,
Or is it? Can I do a check?
Okay.
so to be clear, you're attempting to throw it into his eyes?
Yeah, blind him.
Make a throw check.
Okay. 7.
7. He might be able to dodge that. He does.
Should I roll it?
Oh yeah, that's you. Roll a dodge check.
6.
You now have this powder that just bleeds into your eyes. Do you choose to say anything?
Well, it doesn't taste like cocaine. What is it?
I'm gonna let fly with that there whip.
Okay, yeah, fly at the whip. Give me the strength check.
That's an 18.
It's an 18. Flanagan, dodge roll.
With a penalty? 'Cause I'm blind?
Oh yeah, with disadvantage.
Okay. Okay, so 10 and 7. 7.
7. No, you get hit by the whip, and you take you take 6 points of damage.
I'm dead. Wait. Before I die.
Yeah.
disaster.
Roll for witty comment.
9.
No one laughs. Okay. We all just look at you and like, that's a weird thing to say as he dies.
I make a run for the dining room, assumably at this point.
Yes.
Yeah.
Give me a. Let's just say you get to the dining room.
Positioned with a dead child between me and the fight.
Oh yeah. Are you taking the child with you?
No.
Are you leaving it on the floor, or are you?
At this point, the ship is sinking. I just want that lobster. So
Okay. There's chaos everywhere. You
Yeah.
run into a dining hall, and you see a chef come out from around the corner and go, "Oh, the boat is sinking. All food services off. All food
What?
services off."
No. We need to eat all that food. The ship's gonna sink. All that delicious food.
Oh, you help yourself if you think that's a good idea. And a window shatters and water is rushing into this dining room. There is a kitchen. Can you roll a perception check?
A 5, which is 2 plus 3.
Yeah, you see like one red thing in the kitchen you think might be a lobster, but there's like rushing water between you and it.
Okay. Yeah, I fight through the water to get to the lobster.
Okay, roll a dex check.
13 plus 2.
Yeah, you get through the water, you get in the kitchen, and you see there's a shelf of lobsters. The cook is sloshing past you and says, "It's your funeral if you want to go down with the lobsters."
Does that mean what you... Do you know what you said?
And then the chef is gone. You are standing in front of a shelf of lobsters.
Roll to eat lobster.
Okay, give me an etiquette check.
Sure, of course. 15 plus... 15 minus 2.
You
So
eat
15.
lobster, and it is very average. You eat it kind of like a person on holiday who gets one every once in a while. You enjoy it. Can you roll a... what would be your enjoyment of consuming this? Let's just be funny and call it an animal handling check, please.
Sure. 7 plus 3.
Yeah, you medium like it, and you wish you had butter, and you look, and across the room where there's a giant flood of water is a shelf of butter.
I fight the water!
Roll a dexterity check.
19.
You jump over the water. You are standing in front of a shelf of butter. You grab a thing of butter and notice that the burners are a giant thing of water away to heat this butter for your lobster.
I fight the
Roll a
water!
dex check.
Death by butter, assume?
With the lobster and the butter, you jump and get swept in the water. You have cold butter and lobster as you are swept to your death. What do you say?
Worth it.
Cut to 2019. Reese and Kevin are standing there. Both of you know that 10 minutes ago, and what felt like seconds in real time, one of you killed the other as a child.
Well, Luis, I hope it was worth it. I'm gonna be thinking about this night for a long time.
Is that Kevin talking?
Yes, Kevin, who once knew nothing about history, is now a vindictive and petty old man. Aged lifetimes in the mere minutes he was gone. Luis, you have become an enemy of mine for the actions you did upon Sweaty Gray.
Kevin, roll. Using your sheet, roll an intimidation check.
10.
10. He's just coming off as weird. You can't tell if he's doing right by you.
Let's go back in at the same time, Kevin.
Okay, but I got my eye on you.
Sure. I had some average lobster.
All right, guys, put on the hair things, and you both roll a d20.
I rolled 18.
18.
6.
6.
I think
A
somebody
6
already did.
is Sur Ernesto Chipotle. For a split second, you feel a tingle, and it isn't the kind you usually feel. And then you whip back to 2019 Weiss, and you take 1 point of Weiss damage. Flanagan,
minus 1 Weiss
what did you get?
18.
That's Jagger. Jagger, you feel a slight tingle in your body, and Flanagan, you whip back to 2019, and you take 3 points of damage.
Okay.
Both of you roll a d20 again.
18.
18.
Jagger.
That's
Jagger.
Jagger. You take 2 points of damage. Flanagan.
18.
That's 2 points. You take 3 points of damage. How many health points do you
I have 3 hit points left.
I don't. We started with 10.
You started with 10.
Okay, so I got 7.
Okay, great. Both of you roll a d20.
15.
15.
8.
8. With an 8, you roll into the body of, okay, and you got 15? Great. Oh, fantastic. Okay, with an 8, you roll into the body of a scrappy third-class person whose goal is to draw a freehand sketch of a naked woman. Your name is Gritty. There you go. With a 14, you roll,
15.
oh no, which one?
15?
15. 15 has not been claimed. Fantastic. With 15, you roll into the body of a woman looking for love who is a first-class passenger looking for a whirlwind romance, perhaps sex in a car. Yeah, I know, right? It's poetic. And her name is Ethel. Great. So, cut back to the cabin. The architect's dead body lay on the floor. Jagger and Chipotle, you're standing there beside it.
I checked the safe. Is the safe open?
No, the safe has a number dial combination on it.
I have noticed a flaw in my plan.
I propose, do I still have the corpse?
Yes.
I propose-
And there's multiple corpses in the room.
Well, the one on my bow, I have a change of heart. Can I give it a proper burial at sea?
Yeah. You want to go bury Dick Gladly at sea? You
But I
made me
want
say
him to
that,
come-
didn't you?
Is there a check for steal my jokes?
I didn't realize you were doing a very Dick joke.
No, I want him to come with me.
Okay. All right. Okay. So you have to persuade him to do so.
That's right.
Please do so. Roll a persuasion check.
Well, it's a 2 with a -4.
Okay. This isn't gonna work.
Nope.
What are you rolling for there?
I roll for, I don't know, 6?
For what?
Attempting to hack the safe open.
Okay, that doesn't work. So
We're editing fast.
So by attempt to convince him to join you for the burial at sea, you basically look at him and think that, but don't say anything. And you walk out of the room with this corpse hanging from your waist to go dispose of it properly? Question mark?
Can I go to the kitchen?
Yeah. You go to the kitchen. You see rushing water flying through the dining room between you and the kitchen.
Does that need a perception check?
No, it is there. It's just you see a bunch of water, and you see the body of a familiar face. A friend you knew that Weiss was in the body of. What was your name before?
Frederick.
Frederick Fleet. The lookout. You see the lookout with lobster on his face, drowned against the wall in the dining room, and you're looking at the kitchen. What do you do next?
Can I get rid of the corpse that's attached to me at this point?
Is this the burial?
This is it.
Yeah, you're just gonna throw it into the dining room water? Like the boat is sinking and you could throw it up the side of the boat.
No, there's no time. There's water here. Why would I go outside to get from water?
You were outside and you came into the dining room. Roll a throw check. Give me a throw check.
Natural 20.
Fair. With a natural 20, you throw the body, and due to some crazy angles with the water and the light bouncing off the silver in the kitchen, the body doesn't look like it just hits the water and washes away. It looks like it's scooped up and propelled into the sky, glowing light surrounding it in a heavenly awe.
Just like that.
Do you say anything as the body ascends?
Where is my cello?
Your cello. You're asking the body where your cello. Are you asking?
No, I explained it out loud because it reminds me of my father, and I think of my father. And at that moment, I realized I don't have my cello with me.
You just have the bow.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have the bow. And can you roll a perception check to see if you know you have the bow?
Okay. 2.
You don't remember you have the bow. Oh,
It's a 3. It's a 5.
it's a 5. You think you know where the bow is, but you don't realize it's in your pants.
My pants.
But you're sitting up looking at this dead body and you're thinking of your father as the
Yeah.
Titanic sinks?
Yes.
Do you say, do you say anything as it floats away?
I realize I also want what's in the safe.
So you're gonna backtrack?
We gotta go back.
All right, you're not there. Cut to Jagger at the safe.
Subconsciously, my hand goes back for my whip. I don't know why.
Okay, all right, someone's coming towards you, but meanwhile on a deck below, there's a grate pinning a bunch of the third-class passengers behind in a stairwell. Water is flooding in, it is at shin level, and two young lovers who are meeting for the first time shoulder to shoulder at the edge, Ethel and Gritty, find themselves trying to escape a sure death.
Hi, I'm Gritty.
And my name is Ethel. I love you, Gritty, even though we've only known each other for a little while.
So I believe in true love and love at first sight. Get your clothes off.
Okay, but maybe after I do that, we should consider getting out of here.
Okay, why don't you roll a flirting check and you roll a dex check for clothes removal.
My dex check is 2.
11 for flirtation.
11. So you, the flirt is working. However, because you're in a rushing water situation, you are unable to take off your fancy lady dress.
The bodice, ah!
Oh, I'm pinned. I can't help you.
The water is now at your waist level. There is a metal gate in front of you. Your face is several feet above the water.
I want to communicate with the water, see if I can get it to let up.
Ethel attempts to sweet talk the grate into opening, like to flirt with the grate.
Okay,
like,
flirt with the
that you
grate.
worked with it. Okay, so
My, what great steel you have.
that is a 24.
Holy hell.
Do I just start taking my clothes off at that point?
You can. Roll a dex check if you would like to.
I would. 13.
Yes, you managed to successfully take off your clothes. The grate, you're not going to believe this. I have a sheet for this. The grate talks back. The grate says, "Oh, yes, it is me, the Titanic. No one's actually called out to me tonight. I am in great pain, but I can see you might be too. Here." And the Titanic attempts to open its own door. It fails. It fails. Because it's trying to do it cannot do a slow movement like that. It says, I could move this gate, but it will rupture the boat, causing the deaths of many. If I do so, the gate itself will break and you will be able to make a run for it, but others above may die.
Well, Gritty, what should we do? Should we sacrifice the opportunity that others might have, aka should we open the grate? I actually get confused by the scenario, Gritty. Can you explain it to me?
Oh, I say we just die down here.
Okay, well, I'm willing to follow you anywhere.
That's true love to me.
Okay, let me just get this straight. You're just gonna stand here and die, right?
Actually, unconvinced at the fact that the grate can't open itself, Ethel attempts to suggestively dance at the grate, thinking that the arousal of that might cause it to open involuntarily. Is that something I can try?
Yeah, go ahead.
26.
Yep.
That's for 20
Do my clothes just catch on fire at that point?
Why don't you roll a raw sex check?
Oh, sure. 15.
Yes, you are so hotly passionate that your clothes don't necessarily catch on fire, but you are sexually charged. Grady, as we'll call it, is so seduced by your moves that the grate just kind of opens, and you see an opening in front of you, and just people panicking in this wet hallway.
Come on, Gritty, let's go.
No, I want to stay here and paint the Titanic.
Okay, I'm leaving you behind.
This beautiful woman has never been painted before. And she's already naked.
What woman?
The Titanic.
You love this ship more than you love me, Gritty?
It was love at true sight.
Okay.
I just saw a different side.
Okay, well, bye.
So you stay below deck to do art and make love with the Titanic, correct?
Well, we'll see where the night goes.
Great. Cut to upstairs. We're back in the room. Ernesto runs into the room to see Jagger, whip in hand.
Oh, you got your whip. Okay. Can I try to? I want to grab the other end of the whip and try and pull it away from him.
Oh, are you making a move with the whip, or is he grabbing it from your side? Or no, I'm asking Justin. Are you going to strike at him, or is he just going to try to?
I imagine my whip is unfurled, and I'm holding onto one end of it, with the other end sort of trailing off onto the floor.
Great.
Right.
So you're going to try to make a check to grab the end off the floor.
You got it.
Give me a dex check. Give me a dexterity check.
20.
Yeah, you grab the other end of his whip. So you're standing there holding the other end of a whip. Do either of you say or do anything?
I think somewhere deep in my consciousness, the part of me that is currently Jagger, which I think is the substantial part of me, remembers that I have apparently explosives expertise.
Yes, you do.
And I think, well, if I can't get this thing out of the safe, then and this ship's already going down, I might as well just go for broke here. And I whip out some explosives.
Okay, you have explosives in front of you. In that moment, each of you also realize you have an ability that you didn't know you had before. Darren, you can reverse gravity only around pencils, quills, and unworn shoes. That's very specific. And Justin, you can do the cherry stem thing where you tied in a knot in your mouth.
I will look you dead in the eyes, take my explosives, put the fuse in my mouth. Perfect knot.
Yeah, you don't have to roll a check for that. That happened. So you have a knotted explosive fuse in your mouth. You are looking at a man with a bomb fuse in his mouth while holding a bow still in your pants. What do you do?
I take off my shoes.
Okay, you are standing next to roll a dex check to see if in this situation you can take off your shoes.
15 with the plus 5.
Yep.
17.
Yeah, you take off your shoes. You are standing next to a pair of unworn shoes.
Okay. Reverse the gravity.
In that moment, water starts hitting the ceiling of the Titanic. The room reverses. Water is flying upwards. The Titanic is creaking in ways and sounds you have not heard before. You start falling upstairs. You're running and realizing that you're falling upwards faster than ever. And you're standing there on the ceiling of the architect's cabin, bow in hand, and the other hand holding the tip of a whip. What do you do?
Wait, did the gravity affect him too?
Yes, you're both on the ceiling of this cabin.
Okay. Can I tie the end of the whip off on a chandelier nearby?
Roll a perception check to see if you can spot that in the room.
That's a 2. That's a 5.
You look around and see a stationary table lamp that you think you could use.
Okay, it's stationary?
Well, oh no, it fell from the ceiling onto the floor.
Yeah.
So it's laying on what is now the floor.
But it's really the ceiling.
Yes.
Okay.
Is this the only source of fire in the room?
The
lamp?
The lamp. There's a fireplace, but nothing in it.
Okay.
The lamp is the only thing with flame in it.
I look at the lamp and the unlit fuse, and then I look back at Chipotle as sort of good, bad, and the ugly style.
Why don't both of you roll? You're going to make a dex check to get to light it?
Yes.
And why don't you make a check to stop him?
Yeah. Can I do a raw sexuality?
Yeah. You can stop him. How would you like to use your
I
sexuality
want to
to
stop the fuse with my mouth.
With what?
With my mouth.
With your mouth. Okay. So you're going to light the fuse with a lamp. He is trying to use his mouth to sexually extinguish the lamp. Both of you roll. The higher roll wins.
Whoa!
Nat 20. The fuse. What did you get, Darren?
I got a 4.
Nat 20, you flawlessly dive to what is now the floor, was the ceiling, light the fuse. The bomb is going to go off in how long?
10 seconds.
10 seconds. 10 seconds to blow. Why don't you roll a perception check, Darren, to see if you know this.
18.
18. You know the bomb's going to go off shortly. You also know that's Justin who just set off the bomb, and you are in this room. You have 8 seconds.
Is the revolver that used to be on Anderson nearby anywhere?
It's floating in the middle of the room. It has bullets in 5 of the 6 chambers.
Can I reach for the revolver?
You can make a dive for it with dexterity.
Okay.
This will be the one action you can take here.
Wait.
You rolled. What'd you get?
Can
What'd
I
you
fire the gun after I?
Yes, if you can get the gun.
Okay, that changes everything. All right. That's a 9. What am I doing for?
You clumsily. Oh, you're rolling a dexterity. What'd you get on your mod?
12.
12. You would manage to get the gun. You're in the middle of the room. He has a lit bomb, and you have a gun, and you know you're both gonna die in 5 seconds, but you have a gun now.
But he'll die first.
Do you want to do anything here, Jagger, in this situation?
I'm just going to toss that bomb towards the safe
Okay.
and brace for the inevitable.
Okay. The bomb goes towards the safe. Would you like to fire that gun?
Yes.
Okay, fire it. You just go ahead and just give me a raw 20 with advantage. Roll twice.
20.
What was it, 20?
Nat 20.
Oh, yeah, you shoot him in the face. So he throws the bomb at the safe and looks at you, and you fire your gun. Do either of you have words to say in this moment?
You can start me up.
That's okay.
I'm never going to stop. What? No, fuck, I fucked that up.
And then you explode, and you
I
get a bullet in your
exploded.
face. You try to make a Mick Jagger reference, and then you get shot in the face. Darren, do you do anything before you shoot him?
I laugh seductively and then more angrily, realizing
What's that sound like?
the situation at hand. And then I wonder about the proximity of the bomb to my person. But did it reach the safe?
And the bomb goes off.
Oh no!
No, it's there in the room. It's all tight in the room, and you have 2 seconds before it goes off. No time to act, but you can say whatever you want.
I will turn. Can I? Oh, I can't turn the gravity back on.
Oh, you could say undo gravity. The Titanic is
Undo
floating.
gravity.
Okay. You say undo gravity. The Titanic is floating upward into the sky with
Yes.
water. You say undo gravity.
Right.
Bomb explodes. We
Yep.
lose the whole first class area. You die. 2019. The Titanic falls a quarter mile from space down into 2 separate halves. As those halves splash down, you get to the upper deck from gravity, and you're on the other one. The two of you who are romantically inclined are now 100 feet apart on different decks of the split in half Titanic. The two of you end up back in my basement. Hey guys, we're running out of time. You want to get back in for one last kill? I say that to Darren and Justin.
It is really pervy down there.
Okay, who made it pervy?
Well, I was given ideas, okay? I just went with them, and it got very violent. I didn't think it was gonna get that extreme.
Did you shoot someone in the face?
That in self-defense.
Roll a d20.
11.
Okay, yes, no, 11 was Bambi, and Bambi is dead. Roll again, you take...
17.
Oh, we gotta have Justin go. You take 3 points of damage, Darren, on your sheet. 17, you're also gonna take 3 points of damage because that was the dirty child. What was your name? Greg? Something Greg?
Sweaty Greg.
Sweaty Greg. Justin, what'd you get?
6.
6. That is the
was.
cellist. That is
Yeah.
Chipotle. That's kind of poetic. You take 4 points of damage.
Ooh.
Yeah, go ahead and roll again.
That's a 20.
20, okay, I got you. Darren, roll again.
20.
Nope, he rolled into it. You're rolling in something else. Give me another roll.
3.
3. No, that's Frederick Fleet. Keep going. And
7.
7. You took 4 points of damage there, but then you rolled a 7. Warp back to this Titanic. Darren, you are a fancy rich person who wants to make a named Big Chungus. Here you go. Justin, you are the embodiment of the Titanic. Your hit points have gone from 2,000 to 500. Here you go. You are the embodiment of the ship. You can communicate with any persons on or around. It was the ship that was talking earlier sexually. You are all on the deck, the two lovers looking across the gap. You see each other in the moonlight. Do you do anything?
Me and Lady Titanic are gonna get married.
Gritty,
That's me!
are you really serious about this Titanic? I mean, loving the boat more than me.
I am.
Titanic, what do you have to say?
I mean, I'm not really looking to get locked down.
This was just a fling?
Upon hearing those words, I get sad and I go for any remaining lifeboat I can find on the deck of my half of the ship.
Roll a perception check.
7.
7. You see a lifeboat, but it is off the edge of the boat. It is already in the water.
I prefer to take a running leap.
Okay.
into the water.
You start running. Give me a dex check.
13?
I ever so slightly will the lifeboat away from myself.
Okay. Why don't you, Titanic, roll me a, let's just say, strength check.
That's a 2, strangely.
Yeah, but what's your modifier?
Nothing.
Oh, for strength. Okay, yeah. So you attempt to control the lifeboat off the edge from you, and you cannot. You roll me an acrobatics check, Kev.
22.
You leap off and do a beautiful swan dive into the water. Give me a swimming check to see if you make it to the boat.
13.
13. You arrive at a lifeboat.
Is that the, yeah, give that a buzz. Is that like the only available lifeboat at this point?
Roll a perception check.
14, 17.
You see a lifeboat still tied to your half of the ship.
Oh, okay. I untie that lifeboat then.
As you start to untie, can you roll a dexterity check to see how well you do on those knots?
Nat 20.
You immediately unload the lifeboat and it's ready to go at your command. Titanic, you feel this happening. And you, fancy lady, come walking up behind. Chungus walks up. Chungus strolls up behind you, knowing, well aware that this is the last lifeboat on this half of the Titanic. And you see this scrappy lower class person instantly get ready to lower to the ground.
I think this is a very easy decision. You untie the lifeboat and push it out to sea for me. I'll get in first. I'll bid you good day, and that will be the end of it. You will go down with the ship like the steerage that you are.
Well, let's not split hairs. Get in the ship, Big Chungus. Come in here. Come on.
Getting ever so gingerly in. Thank you.
Darren, roll an intimidation check.
Okay. That's 19.
19. You do intimidate. So you do get into the boat. It is up to the two of you to play this out to see if you also get in the boat.
Well, ma'am, I'm just standing here without a shirt. This is your decision. There's a sinking ship. My life could be on your hands. We could have a long, fruitful life together. I feel like I'm feeling love at first sight right now. I don't know if you're feeling anything right now. I feel some emotions right now.
Flirtation check.
10 plus...
16.
16.
Yeah, you're turned on by this scrappy young thing.
Oh, well, okay, can I... yes, I'm very excited. Yes, you... Well, the papers on the boat.
Yeah, I'll get all your vapors, Lady Chungus.
The boat lowers as the two of you are in a weird, warm embrace. And the two of you make it into a lifeboat drifting away from the edge of the Titanic. The Titanic is beginning to sink.
Gritty, you hear in the back of your mind a familiar voice. Hey, you up?
Titanic, is that you? Are you have you embedded your memory into my brain?
Just kidding, I'll be with you forever.
Oh, that's creepy as shit. Is there a gun in this boat?
Roll a perception check.
3 plus 3, 6.
You don't see any gun in the boat. You just hear a voice in your head. The voice continues off and on as the Titanic sinks to the bottom of the sea, and miraculously, the three of you make it, staying into the night until the RMS Carpathia shows up an hour and a half later. It takes you back to the mainland. You find yourself in these bodies, living the rest of the lives of these three individuals. Ethel, the independent, driven woman who doesn't want crap from no man. Big Chungus, the fancy lady, and who is now a lover with Gritty, who also managed to survive.
Children,
You have a child. Its name is Oh no.
Oh no.
Its name is Remington Crankshaft. Yes, you have a child, and then you all die quietly in old age, and you whip back to 2019. You're standing there. You're sitting around. And I'm like, hey guys, how'd it go? You guys doing okay?
Am I still on the bottom of the ocean?
No, you whip back to 2019, but you still have the ability in Titanic mode to telepathically communicate with anyone who was on it at any point in time. And we're standing in my basement, and I say, guys, I don't freak out, but here. And I open the door, and Remington Crankshaft IV comes walking in. And I look at Darren and Weeson like, oh yeah, you guys did it, didn't you? This is your great-great-grandson.
You are a sick man.
This has been all for MAGFest.